know, so we gonna get off that. But moving on.
Hey world, we back with another episode of ChiLLin WiT. You chilling with the guy, Myke The Comedian. This is episode 126, and I want to, we always
I'm making all the way to 126.
I mean, you know, that's the lucky number for you. But we gonna get into that in a minute. You know the God always come with the dopest guests, and tonight is no different. Tonight we got chilling with us in the BatCave, Simply Sheba and the Sheba. The Me and Mine show up in the building. If you just tuning in, I just did an interview with Sheba on the Me and Mine show, and she got all up in there. Like, she asked some serious gay, wasn't it Gail? She asked him,
I asked him, was he getting Gail vibes from me? That's nice.
She gave me the Gail play-by-play, heartbreaking, like she looked and she did her research, she Googled the nigga, like, and she just took me there. But it was a lot of fun. I made her laugh, which is what I was most worried about. And hopefully she thought I was funny.
Yes, of course I thought you were funny, or I wouldn't have asked you to the show.
She played a clip.
So go check it out.
Check it out. This is the Me and Mine show. And for those who are my fans, who aren't aware of you, who don't know who you are, let the people know who you are.
Well, I am your hostess with the mostest, Simply Sheba. The slogan is, I do what I want and not what I can. And I am the host and creator of the Me and Mine show, where we talk about social, economical, and political things amongst our community. We highlight anybody, artists, entrepreneurs, poets. I mean, if you're doing something in the city, you can sit down with us. I also host OCD to Your City, which is our local video show, but we also go a little bit beyond Oklahoma, you know, because we have people in other places that think Oklahoma swag is what it is, because it is. So we also do that, you know, networking, trying to build relationships between artists and whatnot. So you can check us out at OCD Yo City on YouTube, the Me and My radio show. And you can catch the Me and My show on all social media platforms as that, the Me and My show.
Also, and everybody knows, if you listen to if you heard my comedy, you know I got 3 badass girls. And everybody know that Mike gets like the kids. But Simply Sheba's got a curriculum out there for the kids to help get you guys through the quarantine hump and keep the kids' little brain poop shoots going while they sitting at the house and knowing the fuck out of you. So would you spread some enlightenment on that? Tell us about that a little bit.
Yes, it's called the I Can series. My partner and I, shout out to Barry Russell. You can also find him on Facebook and Instagram. We have developed a curriculum called the I Can series that highlights self-representation. The books, it's a set. It comes in the alphabet series, the shape, colors, and numbers, as well as flashcards is included. One of the best thing about this series to me is that it's reusable. The whole thing is dry erase, so there's no complaint about supplies.
So they can write on it.
They can write on it, erase it, and reuse it. So simply, you know, I'm not going to say there's no supplies needed, but it's limited. You can go straight to the dollar store. You know, this is being a dollar store for candles and shit. You can go off in there, get the pack of dry erase markers with the eraser for $1, and boom, there's the supplies for the curriculum. It's also easy to teach as well as learn. So it doesn't matter if you're a novice or the highest educator. You can teach this curriculum. Say you dropped out of school in 6th grade, you can teach this curriculum to your children. One of the things that we find is parents feel like they're not adequate enough, or their education level, which for some of you niggas is true. You know what I'm saying? It's not adequate enough, you know, for them to be able to teach their kids. But being that we have this COVID situation going on and we're going into homeschooling, it's not a matter of can you, it's a matter that you have to. Okay. So therefore, it's not a replacement, but it's an additional resource tool to help you. It also creates social bonds between you and your kids. What I specifically, and those who helped me research this, we have found is that people don't like to be around their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? You're not gonna talk about me, okay?
with this but as I was saying, with this curriculum, it creates social bonding skills. It brings parents and their children together to spend time with one another that they might not otherwise spend with one another. One of the biggest complaints that we've heard from parents is what their kids are being taught in school. You know, you have woke people who are talking about how they don't like the histories and things that are not being taught in school. So this curriculum gives you a chance to sit down while your child is working, create social bonds, and you encourage and teach them the histories and the sciences and things like that that you feel like will be appropriate for your child. If you have a problem with the way your school system is currently teaching your baby.
I don't like that they don't talk about Nat Turner in school. And I would like to, for those who watching that don't know about Nat Turner was...
He led the rebellion.
He led the rebellion. He was killing them crackers.
Again, my Facebook is already fucked up.
He was out there. He was out there.
Shut you down.
You know, he was out there liberating his fellow slaves and chopping up them crackers. You know what I'm saying? In elementary school, I did a book report on Nat Turner, and I got an F because I did it on Nat Turner.
I can believe that, being that we live in a red state. This is one of the reasons why we started with our early childhood development curriculum is K through 3rd grade, because the things that you learn small, you take what you big. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like all of the traumatic things. A lot when it comes to African American kids and poor people, because it's not just black folks. Just poor people, anybody who's been oppressed and just feeling like their life is fucked up. They tend to remember either the very best things that happened to them in their life, or they remember the worst shit. So therefore, with this particular curriculum, we want to start the kids with self-representation. Every book has a mirror inside. So on every page, mm-hmm. they see themselves. It also comes with an affirmation mantra saying, it starts with I can. For every sentence, I can see A. I can see the color purple as you're working. Okay. So as they see themselves, it's nothing that you do or you can tell them that they can't do, because they see themselves doing whatever it is. So self-representation, especially in low-income communities, because I'm not going to just put it on black people's poor kids too. Look at the bad babies and shit. Look at them crazy-ass little white girls out here cussing, beating up their mamas and shit for attention.
And also for those kids that have, like, you know, older kids that got slow parents, you can bring it home for your parents that didn't finish school. Like, hey, mama, daddy, you can read this. Let me.
This too. And if your mama's super lazy, if she a super cute bum, because there's a lot of cute bums out here, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Only
if your mama or your daddy is a super cute bum, or if your mama only fan paging it, her older kids can teach the curriculum to the younger kids. So there's gonna be teaching and learning the whole time. That's the whole basis of the curriculum. That there's some teaching and learning going on.
I wanted to add that I'm gonna do my own, you know, disposable learning books about teaching guys how to roll blunts, and it's gonna show you how much weed to put in each blunt, the best kind of sticks to buy, how to roll it, how to properly lick it right. That's gonna be the first line, and the second line is gonna be how to eat the pussy right. That's I feel like
definitely why they have to get the books.
They have to get the books
because they won't be able to read your books later if they don't get these books.
They have to get your books first.
Speaking of these books, if you can order them. They are $50 a set. Like I said, it comes in the I Can series alphabets. It also comes in the I Can shapes, numbers, and colors, and you get a deck of flashcards to go along as well. It's $50, no change. For all you people worried about, you know, plus tax and shipping and handling, it's $50 off the board. You can cash out me at Simply Sheba, or if you go to my page, the Me and My Radio Show, the rest of the contact information and ordering information is on the page.
It also comes with the VHS copy of Roots.
I think you should really teach your kids. I think people should. Like, my granny used to make us watch it. In the 10 Commandments. Don't ask me why.
You notice I said VHS copy.
Yeah. But don't ask me why that lady always made us watch Charleston Heston in the 10 Commandments. But we, like, it was a must in any type of educational program that had something to do with black folks. We had to watch that shit, for real.
Like, Ben-Hur, 10 Commandments, and Spartacus.
But I think it was a good thing because it affirmed my love for myself as well as for my people. Like, even my fucked up people, even them cute ass bums that I was talking about, them fan only bitches, even them, I even care about them. I want their kids, they babies, I want them to be able to be successful, make it out here.
You know, because you got to be able to read them comments when people want to give you cash apps and shit. Right. You got to be able to read that shit.
Right,
you
it's
know
very important.
You gotta,
reading is fundamental and detrimental.
It is. You know, you just open up a whole new.
Speaking of a whole new world. How you holding up in COVID, Myke? Because you've been chilling with, how's ChiLLin WiT holding up in COVID?
I've been tested and I'm negative.
I see the hand sanitizer. At least a nigga let a nigga keep her hands clean.
You know, I mean, because I use my hands a lot in here. So.
We were talking about loving myself earlier.
We were, you know, there's a lot of self-love in this room, so you know what I'm saying? That's why that towel is, I'm sorry. Anyway, so.
What is this, velvet? Listen, so I've been sitting here. I got on my little bitty ass shorts and everything, and you know, it's still slightly warm on my thighs, so okay.
I'm surprised you're not stuck to it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm thinking to myself, like, this is one of them couches back in the motherfucking day your mom used to have in her house. And you lay down on it, and then you have like the best motherfucking sleep. But then when you wake up, you are drenched in fucking sweat.
Yes, like it holds heat well.
When they be out up on their cordless. Did you a cordless nigga?
I had a cordless.
Did you go to sleep with your bitch on the phone? Because they do it on the FaceTime now.
You know, I've been one of them weak ass niggas that. I've been one of them weak ass niggas that. Let's just go to sleep on the phone, baby. But you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. I've been one of them weak ass niggas. I ain't like that no more. Like, no. You hang up first. Bye.
Why you couldn't be
You want to sleep?
Get old and be like, fuck it, I ain't got that much to talk about.
Like, no, like, you want to sleep with me on the phone? Like, no, bitch, it's daytime means the fuck. Like, hold on. Like, no. These minutes ain't free. This is a go phone. Like, this is not how this work.
I remember that shit. You got to hang up. Call me out the set.
Call me like, you AT&T mobile to mobile, nigga.
I didn't get mine until you called me after 7. You know, I wasn't in the call me after 9 era. That's the niggas who had the first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I had AT&T when it was singular, like when it was Jack, man. Like before it was AT&T, like I had the orange nigga on there talking about, like, hey, bro, it ain't 9 o'clock yet. That ain't mobile to mobile, so I'm finna charge you. You know what I mean? Like,
nigga be like, I ain't got no more minutes.
Right? Like, call me after 9.
Cause I be fucking with my kids like now when they Facebooks get hacked and shit. You know what I mean? I watch. Listen. You know, we was talking about the kids. I talk about my kids and my man on the show all the time. Shout out to the love of my life, Fish. Mwah, 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 mwah. But so my everybody know Fish loves Sheba. It's not a secret. So
you can't be calling me Fish in public, baby. I know, I'm fucking with you.
Everyone knows him. So I watched my kid have a breakdown because Facebook I hacked and her. Listen, and she had the motherfucker like since middle school or some shit, right? So it was like crazy dramatic. I was like, she was like, oh my god! It was like, you know, it was like she lost a real baby or something. She was like, oh my god! Ah! She's like, ah! I was like, so I'm running there. I'm like, what happened? What happened? She's like, my Facebook! I'm like, bitch, for real?
Like,
I'm in here trying to cook. I done dropped eggs and shit everywhere.
Bloody murder and shit. Like,
Facebook. And I'm like, oh my god, bitch, I done lost whole houses.
Like,
you talking about?
Like, nigga, hold up.
Do you see your baby pictures around here anywhere, motherfucker? Like, I'm just saying.
My daughter came at me with some similar shit one time. And she's like, the kids at school was making fun of her because of her weight. And I'm like, what did you do? And she was like, I went and told the teacher. And I was like, that was your first mistake. You never rat. You never ever rat.
Like,
don't snitch.
First
off, don't snitch, because you're going to be labeled as a snitch the rest of the year, so you don't snitch. It doesn't go anywhere.
It travels with it. They're like, I remember that nigga told
right, I remember that nigga was snitching in elementary. Like, no, you snitching in elementary. 6'9" ass. Like, you don't want to be that guy. And I told her, like, next time motherfucker say something about your weight, look at the nigga's shoes, talk about his shoes. What kind of shoes he got on? What does he look like? You know what I'm saying? What does he eat for lunch? You eating full meals at lunch. This nigga eating regular lunch.
You look like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just because you
so that motherfucker, you can't help he's starving.
Right, you can't help because you getting full meals every day and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like asking look at who pick him up every day. That's why you get picked up by your mom every day. You ain't even got no daddy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And if it is his mama that pick him up, let me know. So I come up to the school and make sure everything is okay.
You need a role model.
Right?
You need a role model. You need someone to teach you something.
Like, I was that kid in school, like, you couldn't say nothing to me because I was like, man, I made niggas want to fight me after just roasting them. Like, this mouth has got me punched in the face so many times.
I'm totally like, I can rag.
Like,
so,
we can go, like, joke for
like,
joke. Like,
I can rag. I've had a lot of fisticuffs behind ragging, but it was never because I got upset.
No, it's like other niggas get mad because they can't play the dozens. Like, these kids these days, they have no idea what the dozens like. Like, they die. They get clowned on.
I wouldn't know how to live in heaven with watching my funerals.
Fucking coughing because somebody called me bald headed.
And I done got caught up in some bullshit.
No, listen to me. They died. They killed themselves because someone called them ugly than a motherfucker. Do you see how black I am?
Like,
Do you know how long? Listen, I grew up in the 80s. You understand me? When Prince was
like the shit.
When
like,
every light-skinned person was
I'll be
the fucking
sure
shit.
fucking...
No, every light-skinned person was the shit. Apollonia, even ugly light-skinned people
Bars niggas,
was
like,
still the
everybody.
shit. You understand what I'm saying?
It was light-skinned,
So,
and this is before.
if I was seriously at my fucking funeral, if I was in heaven, and I had to look down, and the reason why I was in my casket was because I just couldn't take no one calling me ugly anymore, I would just say, God, don't send me back down there, man.
Right,
Just try this shit over.
Like, I mean,
I couldn't even live in heaven. My friends, my brothers, my dead homies and shit be walking past me like, you up here cause they called you ugly and you still ugly. You know what I'm saying? Please.
Like, I don't understand internet bullying. Like, I'm from an era of real fucking bullying.
Serious?
Like, I've been really bullied. Like,
what they do to you, Mike?
I don't want to talk about it. But I grew up in an area from like...
What they do to you? I got your back. I should have been your friend when you was little. I would have kicked some ass for you.
Man, I've been chased home from elementary all the way to middle school. They trying to make you gang bang? I got picked on because I was smart. And...
No, niggas don't like smart niggas.
Like,
I never understood that. I always
if I knew you wasn't like cutting it with the grades and shit, or you come asking me for my work, I'll roast the shit out of you. Like,
that's why they kicked your ass.
I was smart and I knew I was smart.
No, you was a smart ass.
I had a smart ass mouth, so I got bullied and shit.
You dumb ass nigga.
Like, I was niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas be in class like trying to read like the yellow hat, like the yellow hat. Come on, bro.
I'm ready to go.
Lunch is like 30 minutes from now. Like, I was that kid. So like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas in there trying to read, but it was like, it's bad when you in 10th grade.
That's not nice, Mike.
And niggas is stumbling on words in 10th grade. I'm like, come on.
Why do you think you had friends around you that couldn't read?
Them wasn't my friends, them my classmates. I wasn't
friends. Are your friends to read?
Yes. Because all my friends
So you was illiterate, discriminated? You discriminated against the illiterate?
I made fun of them dumb niggas, yes. I roasted the shit out of the dumb niggas.
Have you gotten better in life?
About roasting people for being stupid? No, because you can help being stupid. You don't have to be stupid now. Like, back then, you can blame it on the books, you can blame it on the teachers, you can blame it on a whole lot of things, but now it's like, if any nigga that got an iPhone that don't know how to read, like...
It's the struggle.
I mean, why do you have an iPhone?
But if they can't read, they push the mic, huh? Because that's what the little babies, it's like two. They can use motherfucking cell phones and they hit the microphone and be like, open Paw Patrol. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you know, it's funny because my girls, they can work them tablets and phones.
And then electricity gonna go off and then what?
Then they just gonna be sitting stuck like, I'm gonna toss them a book.
I'm just gonna wait for the people, all the dumb people who rely on technology to die.
I'm gonna throw a book at them and they gonna know what the fuck it is.
What do I do with this? It's firewood. No, bitch.
Like, you know, like, one of my favorite shows right now.
I'm gonna tell you how to make the fire, bitch.
One of my favorite shows right now is Big Bang Theory. And like, I love Sheldon because he can insult you without you even knowing you got insulted. That's how fucking cold I want to be.
I live with a guy like that. His name's Fish.
He hit you with the big word. You don't even know you got insulted. You just be like, all right. Give me a minute. I'm going to figure out what the fuck you just said. Hold on. That's how good I want to be to where like I can assault a nigga. He thought he got a compliment. That's how it's.
Why? Thank you. like tear him up and he.
That's how superior intellect works. Boom. And like I still kind of feel like I'm the smartest nigga in the world, but I'm not that vain.
You watch Tiny Toons, didn't you?
Nah, I watched wrestling growing up, man. I thought I was The Rock from like '94 all the way to like
and you
98.
wasn't like Chase High school. Can you smell what Mike is cooking?
Oh God, calling niggas jabroni, slipping the eyebrow up, like
You jabroni.
yeah.
Rock bottom, trying to
Oh
rock
God.
niggas and shit.
Oh God. I had on fucking
It does.
Versace shirts and shit and glasses and shit.
What is your name?
We in Hawaii. Well, COVID, we in Miami. Well, no, let's go on back to Hawaii.
We in Hawaii, it's all good.
Yeah.
From an undisclosed location in Hawaii, you know what I'm saying? Like
The couch, bitch.
I was in motherfucking elementary school with fucking S-curl and an earring and Versace shirts on, so yes, niggas was hating. And I was getting the hundreds and gold stars and shit. So, you know, niggas was hating. My drip was nice too.
To see if you got a new star.
You feel me? Like my drip was nice, especially when I got to like middle school and I got older. I was in middle school. I was part of the dance clique.
Like Looney Tunes.
I was in Looney Tunes.
Who? Like
I was Elmer Fudd. That's who I was. But I used to pop locking on. I had a little S-curl pop
put up
in.
some hearts if y'all remember. How old are Myke The Comedian?
I just told my whole age.
Y'all
I know, right?
Yes,
y'all remember them dance cliques? Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Sex Mob, In Too Deep.
Sex is a weapon.
Yeah. Lotion Neon.
Y'all remember that?
That's the only time.
Back when Do or Die was. Back when that Do or Die song. Do you?
That's when talent shows was still popular.
Right.
When you could get a nigga to come to a talent. You coming to the talent show?
Niggas
You was guaranteed to get some pussy at the talent show.
Man, he was in there freaking.
I mean, the ugliest nigga got a shot of pussy.
If you
at
could
the talent
dance.
show.
You can dance.
We wasn't talking about the ugly nigga on the wall.
And like, I was with big dude. All them niggas, like, even though I had a belly, I was still like freaking and shit. And I rested my shirt up too, like, fuck it, nigga. I wasn't scared. Like,
that's what made you popular, though.
You feel me?
The
like, niggas
boy
had abs and 4-packs and shit, nigga. I pulled this gut out.
Why do people do that? Get astounded that fat people can do anything?
I don't know. I wasn't mad at Lizzo at all. Like, nigga, I think you do that again. Like, if I was the Lizzo, if I was like that famous, that I walk around motherfucking wife beaters and shit. Like, I'm so proud, like Rick Ross, like he walk around and like furs and shit.
I was proud of Rick Ross.
He don't give a fuck.
Like, I ain't even mad. He got like an exercise regimen.
He did lose some weight, and I was like, what the hell, bro?
Rick Ross,
you know, like he got hair down.
I like
and shit.
big Rick Ross with his stomach.
His don't even sound the same no more.
Like, come get a big nigga.
And you know what? It's
my enemy, me, my little bitty ass. Like, come on.
And you know what's funny is that I didn't know, like, some women still like big niggas. Like, it's a whole market of women that still fuck with big niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Now listen, this is what, okay, message. There is someone for everyone.
True.
There's no such thing. Listen, because I might find you unattractive does not mean that you're ugly.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Or unattractive. It means that I don't find you attractive.
Jesus too.
Then the next motherfucker will walk by and be like, I've seen it. I've seen bitches do this with dick. Like, they sitting in a circle. I know for sure she's had the dick. She's had the dick.
Mm-hmm.
They both told me about the dick. And she'll say, he had good dick. It was great. Woo-hoo! And then the other one like, bitch, that shit was trash. And I'll be sitting over here and say, was that the same dick? So, you understand what I'm saying?
I've had that happen to me before.
There is somebody for everybody is my point in this.
You know, it's different strokes for different folks because some women have,
Stroking.
you know, I've heard a girl, I pride myself on my head game. And it hurts when you get bad reviews.
Is it because you was a fat boy you gave head?
No, I just enjoy eating pussy. Like, I just ain't nothing.
How did this come about?
What, me and
How
Myke?
do we talk about children's books and head all at the same time?
Because you chilling with Myke the Comedian and just go, I'm a Gemini, this scatterbrain. Like, we're going to be talking about classical music later. But anyway.
It's Virgo season, bitch. Virgo season.
You know what? We're not going to even go there with you and your Virgo season.
Don't hate. But, I understand because the bitch ass nigga told everybody. I understand why you ain't hurt no Virgos right now, because the bitch ass nigga got up there like, I loved her. And she did me bad and went back to her man. No, you soft ass nigga.
And that's a prime example.
Virgos,
and that's a prime example of when pillow talking goes wrong.
But it was a dick. Listen, you know, and I know you're going to probably be all
but niggas pillow talk too.
Yeah, I know you probably going to be me. No, most.
No, wait, no, hold on now. Pillow talking is a female term.
For you niggas that
y'all came up with it, so y'all do it.
No, we came up with this term because you niggas lay up in the bed and tell us all y'all friends' business.
I am not aware. I don't indulge in such acts. So, and when I pillow talk about me. That's pretty much all.
What do you be saying while you in the bed about yourself?
I be like, I hit that pussy good, didn't I? Yeah, did you feel me on the right side?
We digress. We was talking about head. Now you started.
Well, that's what I be pillow talking about. I be talking about highlights.
So when
I pillow talk, it be highlights and shit I just did to you. Or shit I'm going to do.
Let's back it up to when you first start dating, though. Mm-hmm. Like, do you use that as a listen? Because I'm a girl and a medium guy, you know.
Yes.
And because let me tell you, ladies, the only time he become a creep. Because I think that's fucked up that we put creep on boys like that, because the only time he become a creep is when you don't like him. Because if he send you his dick through the wire and you like him, you be excited about it.
It'd be cool as fuck, because like, it's different. Not saying, and it don't even have to be, I'm just using this example, it don't have to be this caliber of nigga. But if Trey Songz sent you a random dick pic, you wouldn't be as upset about it if like Kenny. But if it was Kenny from Sprint.
Right.
It wouldn't
or
be
Jamie from Progressive.
Jamie from, well, I mean,
but
she
I think
cute
Jamie,
though.
no, Jamie is a boy. The
you talking about the girl?
Top.
The girl is Flo. That's the girl. Okay.
Jamie from Progressive, like, you know, that would be creepy, maybe, you know.
Or like Jake from State Farm.
Well, it depends on which Jake, because it's like 4 of them now if you're keeping up with the commercial.
That's when they play.
You know what I'm saying? But it's only creepy. That we only put creep on them dudes when we
don't
like them.
But it's a girl thing, because honestly, if fucking Cardi sent me a pussy pic, I would be ecstatic. But if Keisha that worked at church sent me a pussy pic, I would still be just as ecstatic about it. You know, because
that depends on Keisha and her pussy pic.
I mean,
because you know niggas get mad and then say, "Look at Keisha's ugly pussy that he been fucking for 6 months."
I don't do shit like that. Like
I'm glad you're not an exposer.
Like. And that's
because exposing is lightweight dry snitching to me.
It is, and the reason
not lightweight, it's big weight, big body snitching. You know.
And like my friends made a joke about me, because that's why they call me Batman. Because like I'm so secretive about all of my shit. Like nobody knows. Like when I was doing my dirt before I got domesticated, like I wouldn't bring my girls I was fucking. I wouldn't bring them around my friends. Like the phone would ring, I would disappear.
Why? I mean, I understand the introvert. I understand the, you know, whatever. But did you think your boys was gonna try to fuck her too?
No, I didn't. I don't like to mix family with pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just fucking this person. Like I don't need to know this person. Okay. Like I'm just fucking.
Bust down.
You know that.
Is that current? What's the current for hoe?
Yeah, I guess they call it both. I used to call them.
Producer back there. What's the current for hoe?
Busted baby.
Oh, okay.
Wops. Waps.
That's the new term with.
I don't know.
I used to call them night fighters.
Or
just booty calls.
I'm booty calls.
I was in that area.
Do you use though the head for like when you like before baby was baby? Did you throw that out there like, you know how bitches be like, I work, I cook, I clean? Did you be like, and I got a mean motherfucking head game? Like, how long was it with baby before you told her that you suck a good pussy?
Here's the thing about that. Like, I grew up by like older niggas that grew up, that was raised by pimps and shit. So I had whole wisdom and bitch knowledge by the time I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, you didn't have to be a pimp, you got to know the ladies.
I kind of knew the game a little bit. So like, one of the things they told me is that don't bring up sex till they do. And it's worked every time. I bullshit you not. Every time. Like, I don't even talk about sex, bring up sex, none of that.
What be your casual dating conversation? Because I used to like, We used to kick it. We used to really like have fun, go on dates, go places and shit. Cause like now that social media is in the play, don't nobody hang out. Like I had did a show one time where it was dating in the millennium, and you know I had took some single people or whatever, just asking them questions about how they meet people. Like everybody on the panel was saying that they meet them off apps, some kind of app,
you know,
Facebook, Snap, whatever.
That's because people is busy.
What the fuck do you mean we doing the same shit we've been doing for the same 20 years?
And people, and it's easier to
accept. What the fuck you doing different, Myke?
It's easier to vet
somebody.
You
can't go in a place and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Myke.
Nobody, I mean, people still do that because I'm a big believer in, like, you know, casual dating and just, you know, physical interaction outside of just doing it virtual, because I've been doing, because of COVID, I've been doing virtual shows in my comedy. And they're fun and all, but I miss the physical audience interaction.
As people, we are socially inclined. It's not good for us to be alone. We need social interaction.
This is true.
That's fucked up.
I blame I kind of blame social media at the same time for us to be so accessible. It's also made us so distant. Because everybody's in your pocket now, it's easier to access them and it's easier to dismiss them at the same time.
And do you not talk to people who don't have social media that often?
You don't
my sister don't have no kind.
If you're not on social media,
find that bitch. You hear me? You don't still got a fucking phone book, you ain't gonna find that bitch. Do you hear me?
If you ain't on social media, it's like you don't exist. Pretty much.
They better be glad I had a dream, or they wouldn't know me. Y'all wouldn't know me if I didn't have a dream for y'all.
But sometimes I kind of think about just shutting everything down, just getting off the grid and living in the middle of Hawaii, somewhere in the middle of the Bahamas.
I like social media for the aspect of doing my show and keeping up with my family and living in other states and shit like that. But I don't even have a problem with social media for real, because I don't really either, because it don't. I have a healthy life enough to where it doesn't take up like a big portion of my life.
Like, I don't get stressed out.
But what I don't want is a fucking cell phone.
I gotta have one.
I don't see that dependency right there. Fucking sucks. Tell me, you know how many people's number you know by heart?
None.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's bullshit. Right?
I don't remember phone numbers.
You gonna be stuck in the desert with the Ku Klux Klan and can't call for help.
I know my mother's phone number, but if
she gonna come get you from the Klan,
I wouldn't call her to come get me from the Klan. Secondly, if I ever get lost somewhere, I know how to read the stars and find my way out.
Cause you in Boy Scouts.
No, I'm just fucking nerd. I just read shit. Like, I know how to count the stars and find
the North Star. I can't do the stars. I don't know Orion them, but I can read them out.
I can find the North Star.
This is a map in the fucking glove compartment. I can get myself home. I know where North is.
Right, and depending on the time of day, I can find the placement of the sun. I can find North. So, like, I'm fucking.
Well, when the fucking lights go out, I'm gonna come get you to live on my utopia.
Like,
I know how to gun too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I got one of those, my little dummies over there from when I went to the shooting range. I'll unroll them and show you how well I did with my little baby. My little baby.
What's your favorite pistol? I like a 380. That's who I keep in my purse. See, and don't judge me. I'm a card packing member. You understand what I'm saying? Because bang bang. But I'm 130 pounds, so I don't feel it's necessary. I don't believe in fur ones because if you are 135, it's not fair. So therefore, fuck all the rules and shit. I eat more than you do, Myke, just because your metabolism is high don't mean come from me. Because you sit around and pack it on. I'm a busy lady.
Well, first off, this is
you try having 4 babies and still maintain it.
First off, I've been working on
that shit.
I've been working. This is my pride and
joy.
You
just big for no damn reason.
This is my pride and joy, and I've been working on this since I was in middle school. I'm very proud of it. This is my life's work. And it's brought me a lot of joy these days. And you know what?
Well, let me tell you how these bones have brought a lot of people joy. At least 4 times.
This belly brings a lot of women joy when they get to rub this big motherfucker.
This itty bitty committee over here done brought some joy to the world at least 4 times. You know?
I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. I can't compete with you.
And then when I leave her, it's gonna be joy to the world when I get home.
You know what? Moving on.
You started it. Why
you started questioning me.
Are we chilling? That's what
Alright, you started questioning me, man.
Because we chilling with Myke.
Okay, so even though you probably already told us 100 times, outside of watching people fall down, what's funny to you?
What's funny to me?
What do you laugh at the most?
I like ironic humor.
Like random shit?
Yeah. I'm fucked up because I like when people hurt themselves, but not like real bad. Not like the real bad hurt yourself. You know, like I don't want to see somebody get blew up by a grenade and lose their whole left side.
Okay, did you see the one with
fourth
did
degree
you see the
burn?
video with the girl putting the gasoline in the dude's car and she lit it too close and it blew up in her face and flipped her across the street?
That would be just outrageous.
That was hilarious.
Like the other day when that police lady saved that man off that train in 15 seconds, it would have been really funny to me though if he would have got hit. You know what I mean? Like, damn, that is fucked up. I would have been wrong.
You should let it hit his ass.
No, I'm saying she would have been like, say for instance, like if she would have did all that saving and he still died, that just would, yeah. Ironic humor.
Okay,
yeah,
it's
like,
kind of dark. You said.
Yeah. That's why I don't talk that much. But,
you know what? You would like this comedian that's on Netflix. His name is Joseph Jeselnik, and he talks about like his whole set is just like dead babies and shit. Like,
maybe
you
not.
You might.
I don't know. Like, it just depends on what context. Like, if we over here talking about the Me Too movement, and some little girl is telling me about all of the trauma that she's been through, my empathy sets in, and I become a whole different person. But I mean,
that can go both ways.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit, like them
little
girls
people,
knew.
But grown bitches and rape, I will
like,
up.
I mean, what the fuck you think is
like,
gonna...
bitch, don't claim rape because you didn't charge enough for your pussy price. Because you was like, give me 200. Then you seen the other little bitch come out and say, he offered me 1,000. Then you got mad and now you want to be on her. I'm a rag on her.
My thing on the whole Weinstein thing is like this. Like, okay, you wanted a movie. You wanted to be in the movie. And the producer called you to do some private screening at 2 a.m. What the fuck you think was finna happen?
All I'm going to say about the whole situation when it comes to Hollywood. Listen. The term, the red couch, there's several terms, there's several things that have said over the years that are, I mean, they've even put it in, Hollywood has put it in movies about Hollywood that, you know, sometimes you exchange sex for roles. So with that being said, I'm done with that. But
I'll fuck somebody for a role.
I mean, a lot of people, it's not till later on when a real victim comes out that all these people who really were prostitutes who just don't want to be okay with themselves saying that they was prostitutes. You understand what I'm saying? That's an issue. But I am, because only reason why I say this, and I'm not taking away from people that this is happening to, that's my issue in itself. That the people that this has really happened to do not get the help, the care, or the concern. It's people that, like me, because right now to this day, but it's just my nature to question everything. You just can't come up to me and be like, Bill Cosby got a hold of you. You understand?
Right.
And I'm going to say, bitch, what happened?
Right.
But that's with anybody. I'm going to say, what happened? Because I come from, it's the dirty streets. You understand? I know shit that happens in these streets for real.
Look.
And I don't romanticize it to make it something else. You know what I mean? I also like right now when we talking about in the case of the kids, since we talking about it, we done got all serious, but like even when we talking about it in the case of the kids, when they little people, that's off limits. So that goes without saying. I'm not talking about them. But I know 15 and 16-year-olds who will try to give you some pussy. And they don't feel raped. They don't feel nothing. They feel like, I want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not gross. It's life. You got to understand now today, because we've said morally that things aren't what they are. But I come from a different culture. I come from in the 90s where like right now, I just left a picnic in real life where I be tripping on some of the people and how old they are, because my friends is my age that at the time started fucking with them when they were 16 and 17 years old. Mm-hmm. You understand? It wasn't no we always out there hanging and banging. My friend wasn't crying. Nigga, right? She loves her baby daddy. What the fuck is you talking about? They got whole kids and everything. And nobody said nothing. Because that was the culture that we fucking lived in. You understand what I'm saying? When you out there throwing up sets, gangbanging, selling dope and shit, ain't nobody asking you for no fucking IDs. I'm not saying none of this is right. What I'm saying is in the community that we live in, and it's not just gangbanging culture, it's just not street culture. in our community, it is a lot of people right now. Even some of your friends, man, in real life, you in your what, 30s? Mm-hmm. Middle 30s?
I'm 30.
Yes, it is some of your friends that's going to feel real okay with fucking with a 21-year-old. Bottom line. And fuck what you talking about, because everything they saying to themselves is they grown. But what I'm saying is if you reverse time a little bit, just a little. 21, I'm talking about if you go back 5 years when they 17 and your friend is still that same adult.
Right.
It's nasty.
And it's a double standard too, because it's looked at differently.
No, what I'm saying is people try to romanticize the world. It is young people out here that get it on. It's 16, 17-year-olds right now with fan-only pages, my nigga. Do you really think the only people they entertaining is other 16, 17-year-olds?
Grown-ass men watching that shit.
The motherfucking senator, the senator man, the Choctaw senator man, real live in prison right now because the child prostitute got him.
You know, on the cool, his mom and them just mad because he gay. Said that man fucked their son up and put him in jail. But in real life, he out here, listen, bitch, what you mean that man did something to him? That man found him on a prostitution page.
Right. He didn't put him on there.
He found him. He bought booty, nigga. He didn't turn booty out.
It was already there for sale.
He bought it.
He bought something. It was for sale.
He bought it. That means little baby been selling it. And it's the same thing with these little girl hoes. And if you want to say, if you really want to think everybody been brainwashed to sell a shot of pussy, then that's on you, man. Once again, that should be deep. And we chilling with it. We chilling.
We here though. I'm with
chilling.
You know?
So that's why I don't talk about it, because I don't romanticize life. I don't act like all the little kids be pure and innocent and not doing shit. Niggas right now that'll blow your motherfucking head off. That's 15 years old. I got one on my motherfucking show. Go check out OCD to OCD. You can find it on the YouTube, me and our radio show. That's what he's talking about. How he with it. And he'll blow your fucking head off. And I swear right now he's 19 years old.
And I've heard that so many times. It ain't these OGs you gotta worry about. It's them young niggas.
Shit me talking about these kids and shit. I want to get the little third graders, once again, get this curriculum. So at 19, they won't feel justified in blowing people's heads off and fucking people off because they didn't have an alternative thing to do. But involve themselves in subcultures that are unhealthy, negative, and then it's way too late in the game before they realize that they made a mistake. Because that's all it is. You hang with them, you bang with them. We as a community, we preach loyalty and shit. We never say be loyal to what. We teach stay down, but we never tell you to encourage your friend to keep cutting that grass, but you will tell him to go rob the store with you. We never say, bro, I know it's hot out here, but come on, we just got 2 more yards. Because hustling is not synonymous to dope dealing or crime.
At all. This is what I'm doing is a hustle. You know, is anything
that's gonna get you somewhere that you wasn't yesterday.
That's positive.
That's positive. People be looking. It's like God. The other day I really watched. I sat down and I didn't have anything to say because some conversations, it's simply Sheba for a reason. Some conversations just don't even make sense to me. I sat down and I listened to some people, and it was don't get me wrong, because these are my good friends. Talk about whether or not you could hear God's voice. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a simple type of person. I know God is real because I see miracles every day. Now, most people is looking for the big booming voice to come all out the sky, I am him, or whatever. But when I see a person that smoke dope for 25 years and take care of their kids, just fucked off life, get off drugs, get a relationship better back with their kids, and not so much be a better mom or dad, but because they weren't a good mom or dad, become an awesome grandparent. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And be able to give what they weren't able to give to their child, to their grandchildren, be able to, in that way, support their kids, not necessarily support the kid, but support them through support in their children. Mm-hmm. You know, when I see generational curses and shit, bro, them is miracles to me. Because do you know the odds? You know how many people is in graves right now from smoking dope? Do you know how many people never came back that's mentally crazy and fucked up right now from smoking dope? Do you know how many kids right now that's on methamphetamines You understand that the families and shit that have been destroyed because I grew up in the 90s, so I seen what the fuck crack did to people.
Oh, yeah.
I had friends that cried and shit because their mamas were smokers and their lights was going off, and it was just bad living. You understand what I'm saying?
I've got relatives that spend nights with us. They leave something missing,
And this is how I know that God is good when I can see a person that was in that I know he's real. I don't care who you pray to when you talk about Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, all that. How I know God is real is because when I see things like that, when I see when I see anything that happened that, the doctors be like, oh, it's a miracle. I couldn't explain it. Well, just right now, me and you sitting here, I don't know you, you don't know me, and we building a bond and a relationship in order to become eventually friends. Them is miracles to me. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't look for the big booming voice is my whole thing. There's certain things that come upon your heart. It's just the little things. It's the little things that make up the big things. You know what I mean? It's the small waves that make up the ocean. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes quit always looking for the oof. And just look around you at all the small things and be thankful for them. You know what I'm saying?
And I have a big, and I'm one of those kind of people that I have a problem with looking at the big picture because I'm more of a glass half full kind of guy, and I try to be a little more optimistic about a lot of stuff. So
that's that Gemini shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm both ways on a lot of stuff. I'm like the king of indecision because.
Shout out to my favorite Gemini though. You know who you are.
Me, obviously.
Well, we working on it.
The best
See,
Gemini.
Just like niggas.
The best Gemini.
You working on it. You want to be their friend, and boom, they just jump into it. Fave already. He gotta be the fave.
I'm the shit, and y'all just late to the party. That's all. But you know what? Y'all figured out. The world is gonna remember Myke The Comedian because I'm gonna.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put my dick all up in the world. But we finna do this. I'm about to put my dick all up on the world's shoulders. We finna do this blunt rolling contest, y'all.
I have no juice. So many of my beauties is turned in. Share. I have accepted the challenge.
I'm about to take it to church real quick.
Well, as long as we get to smoke them at the end, I really don't care.
Yeah, we gonna get to smoke them.
Oh, that's how you do that. That is how you do that. High noise. Hi, let's look at your. What do you call your fans something?
Gods and goddesses.
Hi, gods and goddesses of the universe.
We
all get these incense blowing and stuff. Hi, Hustle 25. Shout out to you. I'm gonna follow you when I get home. Definitely leave you all's handles in the comments, and I will follow. Follow me back.
Is this enough for you? You want some more?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's plenty.
That's plenty.
All right. You want me to? It's a grinder around here somewhere.
Hi, Miss Big Beauty. Is it big? Is it big? Let me say it again, Miss Big Beauty. I be on drinks. I be on incense and shit, so I get tongue tied. You would think that I would articulate better than that. Mrs. Big Beauty, I like her name. And she pretty. Shout out to Mrs. Big Beauty. You can be my cutie beauty of the week.
There's a sticker there for you.
So, only because it's you and I'm a visitor. Will I entertain?
So here come the excuses coming early.
No, there's no excuses. I'm talking about just smoking here. I don't smoke flavors or anything.
Oh, you see, everybody hating on my sticks. I try to be nice and think of people sticking your lungs and get you some hemp sticks that are good for you, that tobacco free. I'm thinking about you. Niggas always got something negative.
Yeah, but they don't have to be mango.
Okay.
Haze hemp. Like, is hemp only coming in mango haze these days?
I wanted
hemp
to give
doesn't just come in regular hemp.
I wanted to give you the tropical vibe. You see, I got the Hawaiian shirt on. I just want to get you the.
Next time, let me know so I can bring my leg.
Got it. I'm just trying to create the ambiance. You know what I'm saying?
I like the ambiance at ChiLLin WiT. I'm chilling with Myke Beauties. Hustle 25. Follow me at Simply Sheba 6. I follow back. High elevated thoughts.
Sam, what's happening, God?
I'm gonna push his button. How you doing? How you doing? I can't do the Wendy. She ugly. I feel like I'm too cute to be said. How you doing?
I'm under the impression that Wendy Williams is a man.
Why you always want to throw tranny on the bitch?
She got some super strong. I can tell you a girl.
Why?
Just because I can tell.
Because I don't got no titties and my booty is little. So
I can still tell you.
How you know I wasn't a boy? How you know fish don't love trannies?
You not a tranny.
How you know?
Because I know you not.
How you know?
I know
how you don't know that I'm papered up and got the surgery? I might be.
Them surgeries don't look that good, nigga. You can tell.
How you know? Look at
Because
these cheekbones.
I've seen fucking Caitlyn.
She's a white woman. Look at these cheekbones. Look at these cheekbones.
First off, for you. Secondly, I'm not trying to be funny, but you can't. I'm just keep real. You can't afford that kind of good surgery. Them kind of people.
Listen, if I can afford college twice, I think I can afford a fucking dick. Well, no, a pussy.
and all that plastic surgery that come along with it to your face and your nose.
Any college graduates in here?
And your throat.
You understand it? Y'all understand it? What I'm saying is, I think that if I can afford college twice, that I can afford a fucking pussy. Pussies are not that expensive. You can get titties for $3,000. What makes you think getting a pussy is that expensive?
Because Caitlyn Jenner still paying for hers.
Who told you that? Chris paid up for her pussy off. Chris paid her pussy. It wasn't no damn having nothing. Chris paid her pussy off, nigga.
She still making payments on her.
Chris paid her pussy off. You crazy. Oh, is it a... Hold on. I might be moving too fast. Is it a... Is we counting down? Is we put it in there and
just go ahead, do your thing. Just do your thing.
Oh, it's just the best looking.
I mean, I didn't want to do speed because you can't rush perfection.
Didn't I just tell you I grew up on the east side? I didn't have to roll a lot of blunts fast.
Well, we going by...
Spell what? We missed it. We moved on so fast.
Probably spell your tag.
Oh, Simply Sheba. SIMPLYSHEBA 6. Simply Sheba. It's simple. It's how it sounds. You know, I used to hate that. Like, I never understood how people fuck my name up. Your name is Myke, so I don't really think anybody ever...
One day I'll tell you my full name. But not on the camera. Can't let niggas know the government.
They're OSN. You want it or something?
No, I'm not proud of my first name, so I just,
Is it European?
No, it just don't sound very masculine.
Are you named some shit like Esther? Remember, you know there's boys out here named Esther.
Or like niggas named Courtney.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Billy Gunn. I love niggas named Courtney. I got a couple of friends named Courtney. But I feel you though. And Carrie.
Niggas named Stacy.
But girls with boy names is cute.
Give me an example.
Like Erin, that's my daughter's name.
That's cool, yeah. Or Skylar. Like niggas named Skylar. I thought Skylar was a predominantly girl name.
Skylar is European.
But I met a guy named Skylar.
I do not want to roll up in bed and be like, hey Skylar.
Like no, that's
water.
Yeah.
He'll be baby forever. Nigga, even my whole family will be like, baby, go get baby.
Like Scott, come here.
Like what you gonna bring?
A grown ass man.
Bringing that nigga home like, mom,
this is Sky.
This is Skylar. that's too European.
What if you met a nigga named Connor or Gunner?
Gunner I can deal with. Connor.
Or Hunter.
Hunter I could probably deal with. Hunter just sound like we got some money.
Well,
I'm gonna be mad at the white woman who named their son Hunter and he broke. It's gonna piss me off. I watch too many stories.
Or the nigga named Cassius that's broke. I know a lot of niggas named Cassius ain't got no fucking money.
No. All the bitches I know named it Muhammad instead.
You know, a girl that's named Mercedes driving the Altima. I mean, you know what? Altimas is okay.
I never really understood the whole naming your kid after a car thing.
Luxury.
Let them know that. Remind them of shit they can't afford.
Luxury. The fuck?
Them type of cars is luxury cars.
If I had a son,
it doesn't matter.
I always wanted
that's
to.
Like naming your baby after clothes. There's kids out here named Gucci for no fucking reason.
I always wanted to name my son after Thor's hammer. I thought his name was dope. His hammer's name is Monair.
Yeah.
Monair. You would do your son like that.
Yeah, Monair.
Not your daughter.
Nah, Monair. That sounds pretty dope. I like that.
For who?
For a boy.
Till when? Till he gets
And we
to
just call him
ninth
Mo.
grade?
And you just call him Mo.
Till he gets to 9th grade. No, because his teacher is going to be like, Monair.
I mean, that's still kind of
Monair.
dope. That's still.
Stop it, Monair.
I mean, like, when you tell people what it mean, like, what does Monair mean? Like, nigga, that's Thor's hammer, nigga. I'll beat the shit out of you.
That's now. I'm glad you had your kids now. Your kids got beat the fuck up.
I mean, I could have slid with Monair in the 90s. Niggas was named Rufus in the 90s.
Niggas is still named Rufus.
Niggas named
Like
Rodney.
they name didn't change. Niggas is still out here living under Rufus.
Rodney.
Dexter.
Dexter.
Calvin.
I mean, them is classic, like,
European name.
you know what I'm saying? But then when you start getting into the Dequan Shawan
Don't do that.
and they,
I like ethnic names. Now when they
Shawana.
get stupid is when they have like, you know, all them letters that don't even fucking go together. But I like ethnic names.
Shashanta Terrion. Like,
I have an ethnic name, so I like my son. Everybody, all my kids. So
I mean, when you getting all them apostrophes and Rons and Arians and Shashans and Quans.
They also have European names. But for my boy, it was a must that he had an ethnic name.
Right.
My girls, I have, well, maybe not Michael Cedar.
Like Silas. That's a dope name.
Yeah, that's cool. But my boy, his name is Zaire.
That's cool.
He had to, but his name is Zaire Biko. Like after Stephen Biko.
Okay.
Do you know Stephen Biko?
I'm not familiar.
Do your homework later. You smoking in
Enlighten me.
Stephen Biko was a black activist who, you know, gave it to the men and tried to get shit going. And of course, as always, he was jailed for speaking out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to give him a strong name because it didn't matter what he was named. If I would have named him some shit like Hunter, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. You know, he's still a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting to meet a kid named Kush. I'm just waiting.
I know some kids named Kush, Cash.
Get the fuck out of here. Like government, his name is Kush.
I know a nigga government named cocaine and his sister name is marijuana.
Wow. I thought that phased out. Stay up, Kane.
Don't die, Kane.
Don't die.
Don't die.
Which one of you niggas is Kane?
Chauncey bitch ass. He beat Chauncey ass.
So we supposed to fight over a beach?
Yup. He beat Chauncey ass. They did, well, I take that back. They didn't fight. He beat Chauncey ass.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of Chauncey.
Yeah, so,
Kane. I was fucking with this guy at work the other day because he was trying to tell me a story. He kept fucking it up. And I was like, you know you're fucked up, right? So you bought the bottle of alcohol and not
what we do? We put it in
so
front
we
of
gotta
the
put it in
camera
front of the camera
to get our judge on.
to get our judge on and see what we got.
And this one, my phone needs to be popping so I can get
Where your
some.
charger is?
So I don't know. Never do I know that type of shit. I don't never know that type of shit. You asking me where stuff is at?
Right. I hate this, man.
I hate when people ask me where stuff is at.
Alright, y'all. So this is my blunt. So
I don't
everybody
know.
can see.
Easy, let me see. Okay.
This is my blunt.
I think you might be tricking. That might be
No,
your
this
blunt.
is my blunt in my wait.
No, that's not your blunt.
Oh, you right. My bad.
See?
My bad.
I'm
My
telling
bad.
I know good weed when I see good weed roll, now.
Hey, switch hands. And I forgot.
Disrespectful.
I wasn't trying to take credit for your work.
See, I ain't
Okay,
back here.
this is her. This is
They
her.
do funny business.
This is
Shit
her
with.
blunt. Okay. This is her blunt. This is what she rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how circular it is. You see it from every angle.
A Johnny or is it a Judy? Either way, that is pretty.
This is hers. So that's hers.
And I wrote the best weed.
This is mine.
That's his.
This is mine.
Look at his.
Look at mine. It's straight. It's thick. It's wide.
I rolled all the weed he gave me now.
I gave you a
Don't
whole
throw the
lot.
dick in there.
Oh, I'm just saying, some people like dirt.
Oh, I'm
So
just saying, yes,
some
okay,
people like
well.
dirt. So this is my blunt. We gonna see. what the people say.
Yeah. T Beauties.
Where-
Air Goddess.
Where that lighter go?
G.O.D. Check this out. Y'all know what it is.
Y'all know who
Y'all know
really
what
did
it
it.
is. God, tell that man the truth. Just because y'all are
Wait,
gods
give me your
and
blunt
goddesses-
again, cause I'm gonna show everybody
Listen.
else that's not watching
Just
live.
because y'all are gods
is-
and goddesses don't mean y'all have to ride with him.
This is her
Listen.
blunt for the camera to see.
Listen, that don't mean you have to ride with him.
This is hers,
You don't. You don't have to ride with him.
and this is mine.
Sky's the limit. Just because
This is my blunt.
you're God don't mean you have to ride with him. Cause you
So,
tune in
I wanna
as a
show
dedicated fan.
This is my blunt, and this is her blunt. This is mine. This is hers.
No.
So, you know what I'm saying? We want y'all to see who killed it with the battle.
I'm not worried about it.
This is mine. This is
I rolled
this is
a better
her.
blunt
This
than
is,
you, right?
so you know.
I'm leaving here knowing that I rolled my most awesome blunt at ChiLLin WiT that I could roll tonight.
You wrote it, and you was on the street.
It's beautiful.
It is a good blunt.
Yeah, I mean, I was just to say you gonna be a hater, cause see, you know, don't do that. Don't be a hater. I like you, Mike. Don't make me tell the beauties how you hate it. You know, cause even if you don't agree with something, if it's good, you supposed
It's still
to.
good.
It's
You
still
rolled a
good.
good
You
blunt.
can't make it bad.
It was nice. It was wrapped tight and everything. So I'm proud of you.
It's gonna smoke nice. We gonna get the aroma.
It's gonna smoke real good.
It is. It is.
And I'm
That's
thinking
fine,
about you when I'm
y'all.
smoking it.
I hope so. I hope
I
you
want to
think about
thank you
me.
for coming and hanging out. Oh, damn, I knocked the mic over.
It's all right. It's all good.
You got me. I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with me, and I want to ask you before I get you out of here. I always ask my guests this. The name of the show is ChiLLin WiT. If you could chill with anybody in the world, besides present company, of course, anybody, fictional, living, dead, past, anybody in the whole world. This second, who would you like to chill with?
Angela Davis.
Word? Why? It's a good choice.
Because Angela Davis. Show you what we smoking is now.
Oh, well, this is mine.
We just smoked up the flat
This
tip.
is mine.
It was flat at the end. I must remind
This is mine. This is hers.
Good weed. Come back. Come toward. Yeah, so they can see that good.
This is hers.
Yes.
This is mine.
Yes.
So, we'll see. Let them know. See, let us know whose blunt look better.
So, if I could chill with anybody at the smoke, I would chill with Angela Davis.
Angela. Okay, so I'm Angela Davis. What you want to ask me, girl? What you want to chill with me about, girl?
When you face people, because everything you did, not for yourself, but for others, to bring awareness, to change, to help change for others. When you was in a part where the people that you were fighting for was opposed to you fighting, what did you do?
You want me to answer as Angela Davis? Because I'm going to answer as me, pretending to be Angela Davis. And I'm telling you, when I was out there trying to help them niggers, and they wasn't and them niggers wasn't listening, I just pulled out my little magical box of smiles, rolled that shit up, and I just put it in there, and I just kept on going. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people wasn't trying to get the message, I still catered to the ones that was. And that's me being Angela Davis. Boom. I had an auntie that had like a really big fro like Angela Davis, and she went to like some public event, and the security guard was like, "Ma'am, you might want to leave because we've been getting some kind of maybe they was getting threats, and people thought she actually was Angela Davis, so they told her she had to leave." So, but yeah, that's dope for you to want to choose to
top of Angela Davis.
of all people.
Yeah, she's a hero among Giovanni. I have at my heart, at my core. I'm gonna say this before I leave. At my heart, at my core, no matter when I just feel like no matter when I was born, what I'm doing is what I was supposed to do. So, therefore, you don't know where you're going. It's cliche, but you don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I look for motivation, when I look for inspiration, and when I look for people with experience to call upon to elaborate on things that have already been done, I always try to go find those who evoke change and evoke change through, and not necessarily through rebellion, but all effective change, all change that has made major impact in our world, not just America, but in our world, has always come through revolution. So, because even the country that we currently call home today. So, stay revolutionary.
You think, not to like change the subject, you think back when Nat Turner was like liberating the slaves, you think he was knocking down some of the white girls? Like on the way?
I think he knocked down some of them, the whole journey, from Birdfold to
like just like impregnating white
them into
women?
9 pieces.
Just
I
like
think that
impregnating white women.
he might got some breeze out here, yeah. Excuse me for the offensive term. He lost your children. You know what I'm saying? He might got some breeze out here, yes.
Like I'm Nat Turner's great.
I think that Turner suffered. I think he was a great person, but if you thoroughly read about him and just some of the things he did in the midst of his revolution, I think Nat Turner suffered from a little shot of mental health. You know what I mean? I think he needed a little shot of Xanax, Prozac, some Ritalin, one of those.
Couldn't be still.
The
just like
stabilizers. No, he heard voices and shit, so therefore, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it wasn't the word of God, but them people whipped a lot of church into him.
You
know what
been
I'm
a slave?
saying? Huh?
You think you could have been a slave?
I think I would have been a slave. I don't think it's could or nothing. I think I would have been. We all would have been.
You wouldn't have jumped onto the...
I think once again, no matter what life I would have lived, I think I would have been rebellious. You understand what I'm saying? Because right now it's fight the man. I think I would have been fight the man then.
Fuck that.
But I think I'm not saying that I would have been rebellious in the nature that I didn't go along to get along. I think the same way that I went along in the times that I lived in now is the same way I would have went along in the times then. I would have did what I had to do. And in the midst of that, I would have been, I'm not saying I would have been outright killing crackers. I would have been the same person that I am now, telling you stuff, giving you knowledge, information, gathering resources, gathering tools, and for us to get out this fucked up ass situation. Because we would have made north, not to New York. That ain't what I'm talking about. We wouldn't have stayed in New York and kept working for white people. We would have went on to Canada and established some resources and some buildings. And if not, I just would have been a rebellious nigga that got beat down till they killed him. You know what I'm saying? But I still would have been out there picking that cotton. I still would have had my dad's
talking shit?
No, not even talking to shit, because even the most rebellious slaves said, yes, sir, master. They all sat down. They all got whipped. They all picked the cotton. They all got raped up. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even understand when we have the conversation about division between the lights and the darks. Like, we have even romanticized the situation for the house niggas. It was terrible for them too. I don't think that they felt like they. I understand we put that they felt like they was better because they live in the house, but I don't think the bitch that just because her room was close to the master for him to fuck her first felt better than the bitch that lived out there in the shed. You understand? I don't think nobody's suffering. I don't think nobody else. I think if anybody called you a nigga, I think every last person that got called a nigga had it fucked up. It don't matter what color skin they was. Because I know for a fact that half-breeds and house niggas got raped, beat, and some more shit just like everybody else.
It would have made me feel a little bit better if I was a chef to be able to spit in master's food every day.
That would, me too.
That would have been the high point of my day.
But I think I would have been the person who would have snapped out of it before everybody else said, we tripping. It's way more of us than it is them.
But not to this, we can go about this all day. I have to end the show. I'm sorry, but not because I'm ending the show don't mean you have to go. Because I still want to fuck with you. But I want to thank y'all for listening and coming out and hanging out with me and chilling with me and listening to my friend here. Simply Sheba, you want to tell the world where we can find you and tell us about your militia?
See, once again, first gal, now I'm the militia. Okay.
You sound very Black Pantherish over there.
I am.
That's all. I'm just,
I love being black.
You know, and it's the best thing
I have an
ever.
obsession with being black. That's how much I think that if I woke up white, I just kill myself to try it all over again.
Oh yeah.
Or anything else. I'm talking about Native, Mexican, anything else. I just be like, no. Like I love being black. So
if I come back as an animal, I'll be cool.
So I don't know. That's survival of the fittest shit. It might make me a runt and I get fucked off, so I'm cool. You know, I'm a little bitty motherfucker.
You might come back as a fucking bear.
They can find me at Simply Sheba 6 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on YouTube at the Me and My Radio Show, as well as Facebook at the Me and My Show.
All right, y'all. It's been another episode of ChiLLin WiT. You know who it is, the Joke God, and we out.